Juggalos, gigolos, and jugglers alike. This is DCFAYGOGUY. Welcome to DCFAYGOGUY Battle. Now this is the new style reviews that I was wanting to bring to CarnivalSpirits. And the reason I brought it here is because CarnivalSpirits is very interactive with the juggalos that watch. That's the whole point behind this. Now everything you're going to see in this video is based completely on my opinion. That's why it's going to be called DCFAYGOGUY Battle, because it's based on me and what I think of the two albums. Now the whole point behind this is two albums of similarities are going to battle. For this particular one, it's going to be the fact that they were released on July 30th on the same day. So now originally the plan was going to be to have a 5-star kind of rating system where I was going to have a 12-ounce can, a 20-ounce bottle, a 24-ounce bottle, a 2-liter, and a fucking 3-liter. But apparently nowhere around here sells 3 liters anymore, so I had to downsize it to 3-star. So you got fresh, fresher, and freshest. What we're going to do is they're going to battle based on different things such as album artwork / theme, anticipation or hype for the album, and the biggest impression, which one left the biggest impression, which one had more songs that I liked and shit like that. So let's go ahead and jump right in and start this motherfucker. These both came out on July 30th. Now, I'm going to be quite honest with you. For me, I was more excited for something else to come out. You know, I mean, both of these were basically major releases, milestone fucking albums. You got Twiztid's first album off of Psychopathic, and something we've been expecting, I think, for a good year now. And, you know, he was saying he got a lot of production put into it, and sure enough, he did. So, theme-wise, Twiztid New Nightmare, more or less basically saying... I guess you could say, I don't know exactly, they've never really said a theme that they have behind it. It's kind of all based on what everybody else thinks. For me, New Nightmare has a couple meanings. A new nightmare being the fact that, you know, they're on their own now, so it's a whole new kind of nightmare, new style for Twiztid. Like Fat Man Jersey even said the fact that they could be mixing some of their horrorcore that they do into more hip-hop kind of sounds. Even the fact that they've got a lot of mainstream artists on there, they've got the whole wicked shit mixed in kind of with mainstream, you know, however you want to look at that. For me, it was kind of cool. I kind of like to stick to the whole fact that it was their first album off Psychopathic, so they're a whole new nightmare. But I gotta say that Fat Man Jersey's kind of thing where he said it was horrorcore mixed into hip-hop was pretty fucking cool. You know, you got horrorcore in the middle and then more hip-hop around it, so... N9ne's album, the theme he went for on this one was he was inspired by the Russian asteroid that hit last year in 2012. So within the album you got a story about an asteroid hitting. No real big theme to it other than the fact that it was a play on words. As you can tell, he has him portraying Eba, so to say that he himself as a person is something else. He's something not expected. And also, he was saying the fact that the type of music he did on this album is something else compared to what he used to do. Both are fucking true to the fucking core. He is something else as a person. He's something else as a rapper, and his music is something else. I don't even, pretty much at this point, I don't even classify N9ne as a rapper. I call him a fucking musician because he does so many different styles. I mean, that's the whole meaning behind his name. The technique number 9, 9 being the number of completion, so... As far as themes go, I'm going to have to say they both did pretty good. For Twiztid's New Nightmare, I mean, the whole fucking, everything about it, the album art, I'm a big fucking fan of album art, and that's pretty fucking sweet looking. I mean, the fact that it was New Nightmare, it would have been kind of cool to see maybe them doing, portraying something like Freddy Krueger, the fact that it was named New Nightmare. Everything on the inside's fucking pretty cool looking. It's just, it's Twiztid being Twiztid, and I think... the fact that they're showing that they're still being them even though they're off Psychopathic, again, ties together with the theme of, if you want to say that New Nightmare is, it's just them in a whole new light. Now that they're not on Psychopathic, they're still them, but it's just a new them. So, as far as theming goes for New Nightmare, I mean, I feel like there could have been something else in there, so I'm going to have to kind of give this one a fucking 24-ounce. Just because I feel like it could have had a little extra to it, and it was mixtape style, so, I mean, all in all, I like the theme, I like the fact that they kept it wicked and shit like that, so. As far as something else goes, the whole theme of the asteroid, I don't really know what that had to do with kind of the story of something else. I know through the album the story portrays the fact that Eba, instead of being looked at as evil, he was trying to make it to where everyone looked at it in a more positive light, with the burgundy fog changing everything and everybody around it. So, you know, I guess you could say it was his way of saying that Eba is something else, and the story behind the asteroid, the fog, and Eba being something else, I guess, could kind of tie the two together. So, I mean, as far as that goes, there's really no mega fucking connectivity there. It's not necessarily saying that's what it is, but the fact that he put that in there, and it was just saying that Eba is something else, he's something else, he's Eba. You know, I mean, there wasn't that fucking, I don't know, I don't really get what the asteroid has to do with something else. So, I mean, it's cool that he put it in there and all. Otherwise, the album artwork is fucking sick. I mean, both album artworks have sick ass fucking album artwork. So, I mean, I'm gonna have to go ahead, just for the sake of it, I'm gonna have to leave a fucking 24 ounce on the artwork for something else. This was pretty fucking sweet though. This makes me want to give it a 2 liter, but as far as theming goes, I don't really see the connectivity of something else with the asteroid hitting, so that one's kind of down. Next, we're going to talk about anticipation and hype. Now, right from the fucking get-go, this album, you know, everybody wanted to know what album they were going to release, what was it going to be like now that they're off Psychopathic, you know what I'm saying? They didn't really hype it up a whole lot. I mean, I don't remember seeing constantly, you know, Twiztid's new album coming out, New Nightmare. It was really, they only announced the name of it back in May, so we only had like 2 months to really sit on it and fucking let it stew in our minds. Whereas something else we've known about, I've known about it since January, so. As far as anticipation and hype on New Nightmare, that one, like I said, they didn't really push it too much. And as far as the hype and everything, I wasn't, to be honest with you, like I said, I wasn't hyped for this album at all. I was more excited for something else. I mean, the fact that the biggest anticipation and the biggest hype for New Nightmare was just the fact that it's Twiztid's first release off of Psychopathic. That alone, I guess, hyped it up enough. But again, for me, that one was definitely fucking not much. So I'm going to give that one a 20 ounce bottle. Just because I wasn't excited for it, to be honest. And actually, I got my something else before I got New Nightmare, and really, it didn't bother me. I mean, I know I posted something saying, you know, go figure, I didn't get New Nightmare when it came out, but, I mean, honestly, deep down inside, I didn't really give a shit because I got a chance to really listen to this. So, something else, on the other hand, has been hyped up, anticipated since the beginning of the year. They released Bitch back in February. Again, I kind of shunned that one away because of the whole T-Pain auto-tune bullshit that I don't like, so. As far as this album goes, something else, I've been excited for it since fucking March. I knew it was coming. I was waiting and waiting for a fucking release, pre-order. So, or I mean, the release date I was waiting for, and then we finally found out when it was. And the fact that it got pushed back fucking sucked assholes. I mean, even on my personal channel, I made it a point to switch everything up, and I did a special run called the Tech 9 Hostile Takeover, where all I did was review Tech 9 albums in anticipation for this album. So, with that being said, the fact that I've known about it since the beginning of the year, and the fact that I was excited for it, did a whole fucking slew of reviews based on the anticipation for it, I'm gonna go ahead and give this motherfucker a big ass fucking 2 liter. Because I've been excited for it for goddamn while. Especially after hearing Fortune Force Field and So Dope. That sample of So Dope was like, oh shit, can't wait for this fucking album. So, there you go. That one gets a big ass fucking freshest bottle. Next one is going to be Impression. Listening to Twiztid's New Nightmare, I mean, I had the opportunities to kind of hear it when it leaked the weekend before it came out. I didn't listen to it. I wanted to make sure I waited. Listening through it was definitely different. It was a definite different album. I mean, really, you could have called Twiztid's New Nightmare something else, because it really was something else. So, a lot of the songs were kind of, I know a lot of people pointed out the fact that it did sound very mainstream. It was very different. But like I said in my review of New Nightmare, it was a Twiztid album, and Twiztid albums have been hit and miss with me for so long. There's going to be songs I don't like. There's going to be albums that are, to me, better than others. I think a lot of people would agree when you think about Heartbroken Homicidal. So that being said, all in all, I liked most of the tracks on there. Really, the only one I did not like was Unjust Love. And the one that actually I did like was Deep End. I don't know, that song just kind of spoke to me somehow. But it didn't leave an impression making me want to listen to it over again. I've probably listened to New Nightmare about 3 times all the way through now. So, with that all being said, I mean, it wasn't really that great of a fucking hit me in the fucking face and make me want to listen to it over and over and over again. So, that one gets a 24 ounce just because, like I said, it didn't have that wow factor to it like something else did. Let's talk about something else, dude. That fucking album, almost all the way through, I can listen to it without skipping a song. Every now and again, I feel the need to want to skip with the bullshit. If I'm not necessarily in the mood, I'll skip That's My Kid. I mean, I don't have a kid, so I can't really relate to that song in a way that makes me want to listen to it every time. But I did kind of point out, I know in my review of this album on my channel, I didn't really know what songs I didn't like. Priorities is different. I tend to skip that one a lot. But to point out songs that I don't like, at this point in time, again, I'm going to have to say there's no songs on here that I don't like. I'm still in a moment of awe with this album to where I can listen to every song and be like, damn, I fucking love this album. It left that big of an imprint on me. So, that being said, this motherfucker actually does get a 2-liter. Because it left a huge impression on me. And I haven't had a chance to put both of these on my iPod yet, which really fucking sucks because my CDs usually have a shelf life. They get uploaded to an iPod and then they sit on a shelf for the rest of their life. So, it sucks that I can't really listen to these that much. Unless I get on YouTube and look them up. But, like I said, N9ne's Something Else just really stuck to me, and I love the shit out of it. And honestly, I can't wait to see what Therapy's going to sound like. So, alright, this is the first episode of the DCFAYGOGUY battle. I hope I didn't get too scattered a little bit. This is definitely a guinea pig right here. Wanted to try something new, wanted to do it on my channel. Decided to end up bringing it to CarnivalSpirits. So I had something to offer to them. So now you're wondering, if it's a fucking battle, then technically who won here? I mean, as I'm doing this, I didn't really keep track of what I did and did not give the ratings on these. Like I said, both of these are fucking great albums, but plain up, simple, straight up. The theme for this one was amazing. The anticipation was unbelievable. I've been wanting to listen to this since I first found out about it. And the impression it left has still got me in awe. So it's the definite winner has got to be Something Else. I mean, I'm not saying Twiztid didn't do a good job, but N9ne definitely blew them out of the water. So go down in the comments, guys. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you disagree with what I said here today. And stay tuned, because this is only episode 1. There's going to be more. Thanks for watching, y'all.